Well, welcome to the Remote Therapy Summit. My name is Dr. Emma Shapiro. I run debtfreept.com, and I also co-run Alternative Healthcare Careers with my very good friend and fellow physical therapist, Dr. Mike Chua. Now, Dr. Mike Chua probably doesn't need a very big introduction. I know you all very much know him, probably from our Alternative Healthcare Careers for Rehabilitation Professionals Facebook group, but he is an outstanding physical therapist. But moreover, he's extremely passionate about providing care for those with Alzheimer's and dementia. He's written a book, he has a podcast, as well as being on several other amazing podcasts. He has just so many accolades. He works in a lot of different facilities and contracts with different facilities. So he is going to talk about sort of a combination of things, right? We're going to talk a little bit about certified dementia practitioner, about what you do. And then at the end, we're going to talk about sort of the transition of going potentially virtual and trying to treat those with memory care deficits in a more remote way. So I'm really excited for this talk. And welcome, Mike.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Emma, for that awesome introduction. Well, first of all, if you can hear me on my microphone, comment yes, you can hear me on the chat box. We would really appreciate that. So that way we would hear, we would know that if you are there. So comment
Awesome.
Yes, Joanna said she can hear me. All right. All right. And then if you are available, if you are there, okay, I know Barbara doesn't want to do this. Barbara is our CEU lady. But if you are there, comment what is your profession, your discipline. So I am PT, and then PT, and I am in Martin, Tennessee. There you go. There you go. Laurel said she can't see anyone. Yes, Laurel, you won't see anyone. This is a webinar. We're trying to shift to a webinar platform right now because, to prevent it from Zoom bombing. If we go to the regular meeting stuff, there's so much stuff going on, and we prevent and using the webinar platform will prevent it from Zoom bombing. All right, as you can see, people are putting in.
I love how Zoom bombing is a thing now. Like,
I know, right?
That's like a phrase. It's amazing.
It's a new phrase now, Zoom bombing. I actually had one. I have a group, Alzheimer's Dementia Support Group. It's a big group, 30,000. I posted a meeting link, and then boom, I got a Zoom bomb. It's just embarrassing. And I saw not so good picture.
Oh, God.
All right. The reason why I'm asking you guys to put in your discipline in your state and wherever you are, because this is not just a regular webinar. It's also a way to network with other people. So if you see somebody there, their name and address, connect with them. Your network is your network. Your network is your net worth. So whoever you're connected with, just like other people there, it says here, SLP from Maryland, Kimberly, from California, make sure they know you. Just like Miss Barbara, I haven't even met Miss Barbara. She's in Sarasota, Florida. Even Emma, I haven't seen her personally. So Lorelei said, I don't see any name and address. I also do not see any screen, just listening. Okay, you are... if you see the three buttons on the right side, you can click chat if you're on the computer, and you will see those chat. If you are in a cell phone, swipe to the right or to the left, and there's a chat button at the bottom. All right, so there's a chat button at the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our quick webinar today. So our topic for today will be how to be a certified dementia practitioner, or how to actually move your practice online. So let me go. Cindy says, I see my chat, but not other help. There you go. Barbara said, also they have to choose all panelists and attendees. See,
yeah, at the 2, there's just a little drop down with the 2 and choose all panelists.
All panelists and attendees, so you can see. There you go. All right. Okay, so second, after putting all where you're from, what I want you to comment there on the chat box is if you are affected by the COVID-19, type in COVID. If you have been affected by COVID, type in COVID.
We're going to get lots of COVIDs, I think, Mike.
I'm affected because my practice is so slow. We had to close down our outpatient clinic that I have in the assisted living. And it is what it is. But to tell the truth, I'm slightly not affected because I have other sources of income. We have the online courses that we provide, the certification that we provide, and also the other services that we provide online. So we've got lots of therapists who are affected. COVID not working from Carol, very, very slow. See, so this is the perfect time. Oh,
Yep.
Laura is seeing IDD. I see them too. We're also slow. They won't let us come in. So this is the perfect time to provide this awesome service that we can provide online. All right, so let's go ahead and move on forward. So this is me. My name is Michael. I'm a physical therapist. All these crazy letters behind my name. But don't be like me, guys. Don't be like me. I got all this certification behind my name, CDP, CADD, whatever, ABC. But I never took action until 2 years ago. So don't be like me. Stop taking all the certification courses and start taking action. Stop consuming, guys. Stop consuming and start producing. Why am I saying producing? You produce a product and that way you can sell it online. Okay, stop consuming. Obviously, you get my certification course, right? And start producing. But you don't have to get my certification course. You don't have to get the CDP. You are all qualified. You are a PT or OT. I seen you all posted up here. You are all qualified to provide an awesome service online to your clients. So the reason why we're here, I'm here to empower you, encourage you, bring out the best in you. And that way you can provide that awesome service in your community. All right. So that's me there. All right. So this is my background. I used to be a pharmaceutical rep for 10 years. For those who doesn't know, I used to sell drugs for a living. Good drugs, right? The blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, which I'm actually taking now. And that's me. I used to be a physical therapist for nursing homes and the hospital and outpatient. And now we have a small therapy practice where we provide therapy services for different home health agencies. And actually, we also have a small outpatient clinic in an assisted living. It's just me, one man person right now because we're all slow, right? So we're all slow. I just got a check from my PTA who charges cash, and that's what we've been doing. Let me show it to you. I was just sharing it to Emma. I got a check from my PTA
I know
because
he was
charges
bragging
cash.
to me.
Yeah, he charges cash, and I get certain percentage out of it. So, yep. All right, so let's go and move on forward. This is our different books that we've published. You know, we've got the Misunderstanding Dementia, the 365 Daily Tips for Dementia Caregivers, the Caregiver Freedom Journal, and a lot more. So who here wants to be an author? Type in author there on the chat box. Who here wants to be an author? If you don't want to be an author, guess what? You need to be. If you want to be an author, type in author there. NA said he wants to be or she wants to be. Kimberly wants to be an author. You know why? You know why? Because the book is actually your business card. Okay? It is your business card. When you go out, when all is said and done, when you go out, I want to author my own book. There you go. If you go out in your community, that's your business card. Guess what? Remember, I got there was this lady online was asking me, I thought you were fired, Michael. I thought your contract ended. Actually, when I was fired. So when I was fired last December during the Christmas party, and I went back to those physicians, they remembered me because I gave them a copy of my book like 2 years ago. And it is a way for you to promote yourself. It's a way to actually be an instant authority in your area. I'm not saying, it's good to have an authority online, a big presence like, Emma Shapiro presence or Jeremy Sutton or Greg Todd presence, but you want to start in your community first. So if you want to be an authority, like a dementia expert, like whatever kind of expert in your community, you have to have a small book. I'm not asking you to make a big book, but what I'm asking you to do is make a small book, 50 page. My Misunderstanding Dementia book, it started with 30 pages. It started with 30 pages. And then I kept on adding. Now I think it's 80 or 90 pages. And imagine that's actually my business card. And we sell it for $3.50 or whatever on Amazon and in an instant business card. It makes you an instant authority. Okay, so you need to write that book. If you want to learn how to write a book, connect with Emma. Okay, connect with Emma. All right, because she's going to help you, and we also do that in our alternative career masterclass. All right, so let's move on to the next slide here, and here are some of the social media shows that we take care. We have this Misunderstanding Dementia podcast, and we have that Alzheimer's and Dementia support group. We have 30,000 members inside there. And that is where I quote unquote promote myself as the dementia expert when it comes to, to a group. And same thing with the alternative careers group. I don't know if you noticed, we have that group, 18,000 members, and that's where I promote and market myself as the quote unquote the dementia educator or the dementia expert. Obviously, different groups has different way of promoting it or promoting yourself. But the key here is trying to go into a group and providing the best service that you can provide. You cannot, let me turn my phone off. You cannot just come in and start promoting yourself, right? You have to, slowly but surely provide an awesome service there without asking anything for a return. So in this group that I have, both groups, it isn't my group. It's not my group. It's not even my group. I didn't even started it. But I came in there and provided value, and then provided value without asking in return. And then guess what? They made me a moderator, and then bam, we're owning it. We're quote unquote owning it. So same thing with the ACG group. I didn't started it. Emma and I didn't started it. It was Bethany, right, Emma? Yep. Same thing with the Alzheimer's and Dementia support group. I didn't started it. Somebody started it. His name is Ryan. And I said, hey, Ryan, I'm here. How can I help? And then boom, I started, offering free services, free videos, and everything like that. So you can do that too.
Or yeah, Cindy says providing value is the key. Exactly. Yep. Providing value.
There you go. There you go. All right. So value. What are you providing? Okay. All right. So, well, anyway, I just wanted to show this because this is who I partner up with, Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Care Seminar. I provide that education or CEU course through the NCCDP. It's the required course to be a certified dementia practitioner. So if you want to do that, you can join my group. If not, that's okay. You already have the qualification. You are the best PT, the best OT in your community. So, irregardless, you're already qualified to do it. Okay. You're already qualified to do it. So let me move on to the next slide. Let me just turn off my microphone for a minute. Okay. Because I'm going to sneeze.
Oh no.
That's not Corona. Okay. All right. Okay. I think it stopped now. All right. Okay. So, there you go. What can you do with this certification? Okay. What can you do with this certification? Like what I said, you don't have to get this. You already have it. But here's what you can do. You can be the speaker and authority in your area of expertise. So every time I go to assisted living, nursing homes, different associations like Tennessee Healthcare Association, I tell them, hey, I'm a certified dementia practitioner.
Yeah, it sort of gives you that extra level, sort of that distinguish. It's like almost us saying like, I'm a doctor of PT. It's like distinguishing us, differentiating you. That may help like differentiate you from another person that's going to want to provide their services. You can sort of use it as sort of like this, this extra piece of the puzzle.
Perfect. Thank you for explaining that, Emma. So it's basically differentiating yourself from other therapists. So, you have to find that niche. And like what I said, it doesn't have to be my certification course. You can get Tipa Snow. Tipa Snow is awesome. If you know Tipa Snow, type in Tipa on the chat box.
I know Cindy knows Tipa Snow. She is Tipa Snow, like certified.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Tipa is the best. There you go. If you know her, I've interviewed her several times. I think I've interviewed her twice already, and I attend her seminar at least once a year. So the key here is trying not to...
Oh, nice. Johanna is too. Great. Congrats, Johanna.
Oh, yeah. I think I know Joanna. And Jenny, there you go. The key here is trying not to compete. You're not competing with them. When I started, when I started here, okay, this is how you want to, you have to change your mindset, ladies and gentlemen. You know, a lot of people will say, why would I do this when he's already doing it? Why would I do this? It's Tipa Snow's already doing it. Why do you think Tipa Snow is doing it where Lainey Butler started it? You know, why am I sharing this? You know, because we cannot do it all. It's a big ocean there. It's a big ocean, and there's so much people that needs to be taken care of. So my challenge for you guys, you know, just do it. You know, get whatever certification, TIPA or mine or whatever. If you don't want it, that's okay. But you know, and like what I said, TIPA, I was looking at her and Lainey Butler, and I said, well, why would they do it? They've already dominated the market. Well, I said, why not? I said, why not? And then I tried to communicate with them, and then I just decided to just interview them. So that's the key there, trying to connect and being doing what they're doing. You know, you mimic them. And I started following Tipa. What is she doing? Oh, she has a book too. I'm going to make a book too. Oh, she's teaching classes. I'm going to teach classes too. I'm going to do the, so mimic them. Okay. There you go, because I can bring a different perspective than Tipa. There you go. There you go.
Different
Jenny.
background, different perspective, different strengths, all sorts of things.
There you go. So it's always there's always big opportunities out there. And Tipa cannot serve all the patients. She cannot serve all the patients. She cannot serve Martin, Tennessee, you know. So I'm serving people here in Martin, Tennessee. Here you go. All right. So next, obviously, you can be the voice of your dementia patient. When I go in contract with different home health agencies, I don't bring my resume, you know, because when I submit my application to them, they already got my resume. Do you know what I bring to them when I have an interview and try to contract my home health agency? I bring a copy of my book, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're Michael Chua. You have a book?" Yes, ma'am. Oh, and then instantly they'll look up to you if you have a book. So you need to write a book, okay? Next, you provide therapy services via Medicare Part B, which I know everybody's doing it. When I go to different doctors and I tell them, hey doc, this is me, this is my specialization, dementia, and they would refer dementia patients to me, obviously, because not all therapists would like to treat dementia patient, right? And unless they're in the nursing home. But when they're home, nobody wants to treat them. You go to a home health agency. Who here works in home health? If you are working in home health, type in HH. If you are working in home health, type in HH. There you go.
Oh, we got a lot of people. Home health.
There you go. Barbara, there you go. When you're working home health.
Everyone on here is working in home health. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
What?
To tell the truth, when you're working home health and you see a patient who is ambulatory and everything like that, do you pick them up? No, they don't pick them up. Not all, right? Mobile outpatient homes. There you go. That's what I do now from NA. And if you have that dementia certification, you'll get that referral from that doctor. You'll find ways how to treat that patient. I've been charging more of therapeutic activities now in mobile outpatient Part B. And because, you know, I'm trying to bring out the best in those patients, and they appreciate you more. The caregivers appreciate you more when you're providing that mobile outpatient. So whoever is NA, comment down who you are, NA.
I think that's Adrina. Yeah, she's been great. She's been on every webinar so far. So she should get a special prize.
I know, right? And then you can also provide therapy services via cash. After they're done with my Medicare Part B, I have a cash pay patient, and I normally charge $150 per session. But if they pay for the whole month, I only put down to $100. So you can do that too, because the spouse, you know, obviously the wife or the husband, they want the best for their loved ones who have dementia. And they want to continue exercising. Obviously, if you've exhausted their Part B and they cannot get the, you know, you just can't quote unquote justify maintenance because they're so good, you can transition them to cash. Akil is asking, how are you getting referrals for Part B for home health? Okay, that's a good question, Akil. First, I go to the doctors. I give them a copy of my book, and I promote, hey, this is but this is Emma said there will be prices, but okay, there we go. But there will be okay. Well, I give them a copy of my book, and I get referrals from the physician. What I haven't tapped into is actually getting referrals from home health agencies, because they treat me and they think that I am a competition, but actually not, right? Actually not. So I've been getting referrals from physician and the nursing home. The patients who are coming from the nursing home, I see them. I see them too. All right. So, and a lot more. There's a lot more that you can do with this certification. All right. So, this is you can go to that website, nccdp.org, for the general standards for certified dementia practitioner and more. So I'm not going to go there, but let's go ahead and move on forward to our actual topic. That's just the introduction, guys. So it's just the introduction. So we're going to be talking about the mentor method, mentor, mentor. If you've heard this topic before, type in mentor there. If you have heard this topic before, there you go. Cindy knows it. I guess that's Diana. Barbara, we already talked about this a lot, right? So we're going to walk through this because this is your actual blueprint on how you start your own influence in this field. There you go. This is how you start your influence. Okay. First is you meet a need. So meet a need. Letter E is educate and add value. Letter N is network and social media. Letter T is team of winners. You have to find a team of winners. Letter O is one-to-one coaching. And letter R is repeat or recurring revenue. And this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing. And this is what all the other people online are actually doing. So first you have to meet a need. In my case, it's dementia. All right, that's what I've been providing. And letter E, what's letter E? I educate the people about dementia. I add value. So what kind of value you can provide? You give a book, you give a course, you give your services, right? What's the letter N? Letter N is network. You network with other people who are actually doing it. Just like Tipa Snow, I've networked with her. And create a social media presence where you create your own group, or you go into a group. All right. So you go into a group wherein you're providing a networking inside the group there. And letter T is team of winners, wherein you're actually teaming up with different people. Teaming up with different people. Like I'm teaming up with Emma so we could provide more services and an awesome group in the alternative careers group. So you have to find a team of people that will help you out. I have a team of virtual assistants who's actually helping me out there. Okay. And then another thing is, one-to-one coaching, wherein you as the expert on whatever you're wanting to be an expert, you provide a one-on-one coaching to that client. So I also have that service wherein I charge $150 to a one-on-one service to a client, not to the client, but to the caregiver. So they pay me $150 online, and then I market myself on that group, that big group. And it's basically they pay a PayPal, and then I send them a Zoom link like this, and then boom. I'm not treating, I'm educating, I'm teaching them one-on-one about dementia. All right. And then obviously repeat or recurring revenue, wherein you have some sort of a membership site, like a product that you're selling again and again. And we're going to be talking about that too. All right. All right. So again, that is the mentor process. So we're going to talk about that. It's going to be quick. Okay. It's going to be quick. All right. So there you go. This is the explanation. Okay. That's the explanation. M, meet a need. E, educate. N is network. T is team. O is one-on-one. R is repeat or recurring revenue. So that's the explanation there. We already talked about it. So we're gonna scroll down. So we're gonna scroll down. All right. Okay. So letter M. Letter M is meet a need. Okay. So like what I said, in my case, when I met, the need I met is dementia. So I created a small book, all right, like a business card, like a lead generator. So ebook or book is better than a business card. It says here, You can also provide webinar like what we're doing right now, a short
Yeah,
video.
lots of people right now, to talk a little bit really quickly about the virtual, like a lot of people right now providing free webinars. And it's different than a Facebook Live because you can collect that registration. So a lot of people are starting to do these free webinars, collecting that registration, and that's leads that then can become your patients, or that then maybe could be a facility that you could connect with. So really, definitely right now, webinars are very effective.
Yeah, that's so good. Thank you for reminding me there, Emma. Webinar is actually good. It makes you look quote unquote, professional when you're doing a webinar. I have my speaker coach. He said webinars are considered free, but if you change the title to a seminar, they have to pay. Something like that. That's my speaker coach. He said, well, right now webinars are almost free, but just change it if you want to have it changed to a seminar. Then you can charge a little bit more. Corinne is asking, Emma, do you have any advice on how to do a needs assessment prior to starting a business? That's a big question there.
That's a big
Corinne.
question.
Yeah.
Maybe what I'm going to say for
Mm-hmm.
that one is I'm going to leave that towards the end. I'm going to mark it,
Mm-hmm.
and I promise we'll get to that towards the end because I don't want to interrupt Mike's flow too much.
Yeah, but that's a great question, Corinne.
Yeah.
I would love to answer that, but it's a big question. We'll go through that here too. First, well, I guess in connection to your question, meet a need. What kind of need are you wanting to provide, wanting to meet? So do this. So like what I said here, what need does this meet? Valuable but not complete, like my misunderstanding dementia. The book that I have, it's like 60 pages. Does it have all the dementia stuff? No, it's just a basic dementia explanation. What's dementia? What's this? What's that? What's causing them to be agitated and stuff like that. If they really want a thorough, more in-depth explanation, they go to my course, which is the Misunderstanding Dementia course. So Misunderstanding Dementia course. So that's the more in-depth explanation of dementia. So letter M, meet a need. So another way that I actually market myself is I tell them, hey, go download my book at my website, drmikechua.com. If you don't have a website right now, you need to have one. Okay, you need to have one. If your clients or your customer, if you want them to see you as professional, you need to create one. And yes, Facebook pages are good. I'm spitting. I'm sorry. If Facebook pages are good, your Instagrams are good, but having your own website is actually better. Okay, so if you have a website if you have a website, comment your website there in the chat box. I'm gonna type in my website there, drmikechua.com. You need to have a website, guys, to make you look like professional, because if you have that, people would look like, oh gosh, I'm talking to somebody who has a website, somebody has a book.
Because people will look you up. You'd be surprised, but you mentioned it. They will, after the fact, look you up. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And let's face it, patients will look you up. They will look you up in Facebook. Because that's what I do too. I look up my patients. I would look them up on Facebook, and even the boss that I work for in home health agencies, even the nurses, I would look up their Facebook. Oh, okay, this is what he does. So he's interested with this, because you need to have that. You need to have that. Mybodymechanic.net. See, there you go. So you need to have a Facebook page, obviously. You need to have an Instagram account or whatever. But most important, you need to have a website. So if you need to create a website, just reach out to Emma. She'll take care of your website. She takes care of our website anyway. So, all right. So another thing, the reason why you want that ebook is because you want to collect their emails. Like what Emma's explaining earlier. When you're doing webinar, we're collecting emails. So we collected your email. And same thing when you are doing this and providing this service to your clients. So letter M, meet a need. Okay. Okay, well, this is the explanation again. So again, need is the caregiver wants to know more about dementia. When I go to patients, they always ask about what is dementia. I'm done explaining and got tired of explaining what is dementia. So the easiest way for me to do is just give them my ebook or my actual book, which is actually $3.54 at Amazon. I give them that, right? And they think, oh gosh, Michael is good. All right. So, but it's not really, right? I'm just a regular guy. And like what I said, you provide a valuable information. Again, this is the skeleton, valuable information, but incomplete, and plays a skeletal role. It provides the framework of your course. Okay. And then find the problem, obviously, and find the solution. All right. Obviously, you can offer it for free or a low price point, just like my misunderstanding dementia. So they could access you easily, just like a funnel. Okay. Just like a funnel. So let me stop sharing. Let me go to my website, Emma.
Okay.
Where is my website? Hold on. All right, if you guys are still there, comment still there. Still here, okay?
Yeah, I
still
just
here.
see your PowerPoint still, not the website.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop my share. Let's go to my website. All right, so this is my website, guys. drmikechua.com. Mm-hmm. And then from here on my website, I just tell them, hey, you want a free copy of my book? You go to my website, drmikechua.com, and then they just put their name in, and then they get the book for free. They get it on their email. And I collect their email. And if they want the actual copy of the book, they can get it at Amazon. All right, so they can get it at Amazon. So that's my website there, drmikechua.com, and then they get there. Okay, that makes sense? That makes sense, comment makes sense. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Again, let's go back to our PowerPoint. All right. Okay, there you go. All right, so offer it for free, for a low price point or free, and then you give them a bigger price point. You warm them up, all right? You warm them up and start selling the bigger course, right? The bigger course. So, well, that's my website there. Well, why did I go there? It's already there. That's my website. And then they get the book for free. The book for free. Okay. And then when they click, if they want an actual paperback, it's also available at Amazon. It's $3.58 now. And then they can also get it for free on Kindle or audiobook. I have an audiobook, by the way. I found my virtual assistant found somebody who recorded it for us, and it's actually good. So, all right. So if you want to know how to do this, just reach out to Emma. She'll take care of you. She has a program for that. All right. So it's very easy. If you have an Amazon account, type in Amazon. If you have an Amazon account, type in Amazon. If you have an Amazon account, you can publish a book. It's very, very, very simple. So if you have an Amazon account, you can publish a book. And we talk about that too in our masterclass. So we talk about that too in our masterclass. All right, there you go. Carrie, what's going on, Carrie? I know you, Carrie. All right, so let's go ahead and move on forward. So again, educate, letter E. Let's move on to letter E. And letter E is educate and add value. All right, if the letter M provides valuable but incomplete information, then E, the letter E, completes the piece by adding value. So what we did is we added the Misunderstanding Dementia course for $37. So we added that $37 of Misunderstanding Dementia course. So we've developed lessons and assignments and webinar series. And basically it's like $37. We also have the disregard this, the $9.99 per month. We used to have that, but we already closed that. But we did that. So, and basically we are selling it in our Alzheimer's and Dementia Caregiver Support Group. We used to have 27, now it's 30,000 now. And what we did is we offered video courses and PDF courses. The PDF is already the PowerPoint, right? And then we did podcast interview. I would interview different dementia practitioners and obviously keep us know. And then some of my students that graduated in the CDP class or the ADDC class, I would interview them and then actually promote them too inside that big group that we have. And basically them being the voice of dementia expert there in that group. So let me show you
Yeah, this
here.
slide right here. Go back to that slide really quickly, Mike.
Oh.
For anyone listening, this slide right here is so amazing. Like, try to take a screenshot of this slide because, you know, all this week and the past couple weeks, a lot of people have been approaching myself and Mike asking, you know, I want to take my current business online, or what do I do online? And this is just an example of all the different things that you can do. You can sell a book and be 100% remote and sell and write amazing books on therapy topics, on how-to topics, on so many different things that you know already because you are a therapist. You already are the expert because you're a therapist.
That's
And,
true.
you know, it's amazing. And so not just books, but then you have webinars or seminars. You know, you have these seminars and courses that you can create on therapy topics, on teaching other people how to do what you do. So many things. And it can be an online course, and that's 100% passive. The courses are really this amazing invention where you don't even have to do anything. Once you set up your website and your course site, then people can buy that course anytime, and you could be, you know, sunbathing in the Bahamas. And so there's so many things, and then lessons and
Maybe
assignments.
the COVID will, maybe
Yeah, I
the
know.
sunbathing in Bahamas will stop.
But
Will
even
die due to the COVID,
downloads,
right?
you know, like the lessons and assignments, like home exercise programs, like you could create really creative lessons and assignments for people with memory issues, or, you know, going beyond dementia, you know, very unique things. Like, what about neuro? What about amputees? There are so many really unique patients out there and diagnoses out there. And you can just have like handouts and lessons. I've seen websites do that. Pink Oatmeal, if you go to pinkoatmeal.com, that's run by Shonda, and she is a therapist and she works entirely from home, and her whole income is basically from her website, and it's just downloads. She's now doing some courses and other things. So there's a lot that you can do that is remote and that's virtual beyond just treating people. So at the end, we'll go into a little bit about how to treat virtually, but this is a really great slide to remember for how you could go beyond just treating and scale more passively your remote therapy business.
That's so good, Emma. Thank you for reiterating. How do you spell that? Reiterating. Just say repeat, right? For repeating that. Just a perfect example. Let's not go far. Let's Bill Daly's course. We did that for like 4 weeks. It's like 1 hour each week, a total of 4 hours. And guess what? We're still selling his course like
yeah, it's
left
perpetual.
and right.
Yeah, all these things, once you make something, that's the genius of things like this, is like Mike's course, he did it once and he can have proceeds for forever. He can even, like, not that we want Mike to pass away, but like he could pass away, but his earnings will continue. It will be there for forever. And that's the amazing thing about doing certain things like courses or books or, you know, other content like that. It can be perpetual.
That's so true. All right. Who else? Actually, I just got a commission from those. Who here knows those Note Ninjas? Note Ninja, if you know them, Note Ninja. Type in Note Ninja. They're OTs, and I still get commission from them. You know, left and right. Like, I mean, it's not a lot. It's like $5. You know, but still, you know,
Nope,
I still get like $5. You know, every time they use the, and they only did that. They only did their, whatever you call that downloadable form one time, and people are buying it left and right. They already did it one time, and you can do this. You can do that too. Your own specialty. Pink Oatmeal, yeah, they also do
yeah,
that
it's a really
too.
weird website title. It's a pediatric physical therapy type of website. I don't know why she named it Pink Oatmeal, but yeah, I believe it's
I don't know. I don't know
pinkoatmeal.com.
too, but she's awesome, right? She's awesome. All right, so you can do that too. Just find that specific
Yeah.
niche and just serve it like crazy, and serve it like crazy. So that's what I've been doing. I'm just holding on to the dementia thing. But inside the dementia realm itself, we talked about it with Carrie on the last seminar that we did. Inside the dementia realm, there's so much a niche inside there. You can be the home modification expert for dementia patient. You can be, we talked about it, the pelvic floor therapist when it comes to dementia patient, the LGBT expert there, the
Oh my
noise
gosh,
therapist.
urinary incontinence dementia. Someone better take that now. That's huge right
I
there.
know, I
Yeah.
know, right? How to, be a pelvic floor therapist for dementia patients. So even in the dementia realm itself, there's so much a sub niching there because the niches, the riches are in the niches. I heard that somewhere else, from big influencers.
I don't know who says that, but everyone says that now. Exactly.
I know, right? There you go. Cindy is like trainer for therapists themselves,
Yes,
natural
exactly.
trainer.
Yes,
So
exactly.
there's so much
Cindy is becoming a
opportunities
dementia
out there.
trainer, so check out Cindy for
There you
if you
go.
want to really know TIPA snow method. Cindy is the person to go to.
There you go. So Cindy is the lady there. Cindy is the lady. All right. So and then here, where was I? The educate and add value. So what we did is from the free book, or for the book and the ebook, we created a course. So this is the course, dementia, misunderstanding dementia course. And it's Dementia 101. It's just basically a video of me talking, and et cetera, stuff like that, just like what we're doing right now. So talking about dementia. All right. So here is our group. Let me stop my share. Let me show you the uh, real time. Okay. Where's that? Okay. I guess that's it. Well,
Oh, now I'm gonna sneeze.
I'm not sharing it. So
I think it's okay.
okay, so there you go. So this is the big group that we have. It's called the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group. Okay, so we have 31,519 members. So we have 8 new members, and then 6 people want to join now. And basically, I'm just here, providing information, education, and stuff like that. I would share my videos here, and what else have I shared? Just free. This is a free group that we provide, and then educate the people about dementia. It's just free. Everybody can join. There's no payment on it. And then basically I just come in here and say hi, hello, and then just talk about dementia and everything. There's so much spam here, but the good thing is that when I post, I'm the admin, I'm the one of the administrator, and when I post, they see me, oh, Michael is the administrator, okay, I believe what he says, etc., etc. So uh that's how it is. It's just a free group. And then from here we funnel them to our paid group. So we funnel them to our paid group. Our paid group is called ALZ Prime Care, Training, and Education. So this is a $4.99, $4.99 a month. So we have 107 members. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. We have 1 new member, but it's $4.99, $4.99, $5, but $4.99 a month. Facebook is the one who's charging it, and then basically I just post videos here and do a Facebook Live and stuff like that. So the last video I did is March 15. I did the basics of hand hygiene and stuff like that. So I published it there and stuff. So it's very simple. And then we just do this. So 107 times 499, roughly $500. Not bad, not bad. Our goal is obviously for those people who are even the likes here. Let's just say 113,000 likes in our page, Alzheimer's awareness. If we can get to at least half of that for $499, I'm gonna retire, right? I'm gonna retire. But obviously we can't. Obviously, not all people will pay. Our ultimate goal is actually for this free group, Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group. We were actually wanting to at least just charge them $1 per person per month. But Facebook won't let us charge less than $4.99. So we just stuck with $4.99, and we have 107 members in that group there. So it's not bad. I haven't really nurtured this, but if I started nurturing it now, going live there all the time, I'm sure it's going to go up. Imagine that, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. All right. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. English is not even my first language, but they come in and they talk to me, and then I just be there and just be the authority in that group. Okay. If that makes sense, comment makes sense. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go back to PowerPoint. Okay. All right. All right. There you go. Thank you very much, DI. So, all right. Thank you very much, Carrie. So you need to have your own group. Okay. If you don't have your own group, you can join somebody's group. Okay. You can also create your own support group in your area. Okay. Because the key here is being the authority. Start with your own community first. Start with your own community. So if you want to be the dementia expert in your community, start there. So for example, let's go back up again. Melinda says she's an SLP in Ohio. You can start one in Ohio, whatever you are. So for example, I live here in Martin, Tennessee. So Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group for Martin, Tennessee, or your county, all right, whatever, whichever is, you prefer. And then you can provide and make an influence in that small area that you have, and grow from there. Okay. Because those same people that are inside that group in your area will be your own patients too. That's captured patients already. Okay. That's captured patients already. All right. So let's go back to the topic. Educate and add value. All right. Educate and add value. That's the free group. And then how do you add more value? You make a podcast. Podcasts are so easy to make now. Okay. Before it was just like people who have fancy microphones, fancy, stuff. Now, you can just record yourself in your phone. Yeah. There is an app called Spreaker. I'm going to type it on the chat box. It's called Spreaker.
I think you could even do it right in Anchor too, Mike, actually.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But the Spreaker app, all you need to do is just talk to your phone, and that's it. There's no reason why you can't have a podcast, or there's no reason why you can't do a show for your group, or for your facility, or for whatever. And it doesn't have to be a long episode. You can break it down to small episodes. I don't know if you notice, all my videos, all my podcasts are like less than 5 minutes, and that's it. And I break it down to small pieces. Let me show you. Let me stop my share. If you can see my picture or my video, comment you see my video. Okay, so this is one of my book called 365 Daily Tips for Dementia Caregiver. Okay, so if you see that, type in 365. Type in 365. There you go. Okay, you see it. All right, so inside my book, I have 365 daily tips, but it's not a lot. Some are long, but let me show you the short ones. See, I've got short ones there. I got short ones. Tip 210, take care of your physical health through exercise and adequate rest and diet. That's it. That's my episode there. That's my episode for my podcast and my tip. So what I would do, if I have a show or whatever and have 365, hello everyone, this is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist and certified dementia practitioner. And today we're going to be talking about our 365 daily tips for dementia caregiver. Tip 210, take care of your physical health through exercise, adequate rest, and diet. That's what you need to do. Take care of your health, etc., etc. And then boom, boom, boom. You already have a topic. You already have a show. Very easy, very quick. If you need to copy this, go ahead and copy it. I don't care. As long as you're helping people out there. You can use this. Obviously, you buy it at Amazon. Download. Well, you can download it, right? You can buy it at Amazon. I think it's like $14 or something like that, and just use it. I'm not gonna sue you or something. I mean, it's a daily, it's like a daily tip there. It's everybody can do that.
And
You can
Cindy's
go
right, short.
online.
Exactly. And short is sometimes better. Like Cindy's mentioning that short podcasts sometimes have more listeners. And it's true.
Mm,
I mean, think about the biggest thing for all of the things we're talking about is one, you don't have to do all of them because it can be overwhelming. Start piece by piece by piece. And what fits into the most into your lifestyle. Like if you're someone who's like Mike, he's so charismatic, he is perfect to be on video. But maybe you're a little bit more shy. Well, maybe then, easing into all this would be like the book because it caters more towards your personality. So with all of the things, think about how you want to provide the education, because if you like doing what you will provide, you're more likely to do it. So like I get really nervous on doing videos. So I don't do a lot of videos. I feel a little bit more comfortable writing. So just note that you can really choose what you feel more comfortable, and that's what you should try to focus on, because then you'll actually do it if compared to if you're not comfortable.
perfect. That is so perfect there, Emma. Whatever you're comfortable with. But here's the thing, repetition is the key.
Yeah.
If you've seen my videos before, like a year ago, or even just a year ago, don't go back to 2 years ago, just even a year ago. A year ago, it's very bad. My videos were so bad. I was so conscious of my movement and the way how I pronounce stuff and how this and that. Get over it, guys. Get over it. What the people want is what your content is. They're gonna look, yes, they're gonna look at your hair, they're gonna look at your white hair on the side, they're gonna look at what you're providing. And consistency is the key. The more you do it, the more you'll get better at it. And the key here, is you're doing it and consistently showing up. So if you have a show, consistently show up. If you have if you need content, you got your content already there. All right. Thank you for reminding me there, Emma. So, all right. So podcast, you need to have a podcast. Okay. Because I know it's overwhelming. I told you you had a book, you get a website, you get a podcast, but I know it's overwhelming, but you just follow Emma, and she's going to teach you how to do it one step at a time. So, all right. So, all right, let's go on, move on forward. So, letter N is network in social media community. So how do you create a community? Like what I told you earlier, you need to have a social media presence by creating a group. So social media community can grow your audience leaps and bounds while providing engagement in Facebook, in Instagram, WhatsApp, or wherever your audience is at. So in our case, obviously you're here for how to be a dementia expert or how to treat your dementia people. Is everybody is in Facebook. Okay, we're treating not the actual clients, but actually the caregivers. So that's where I got the quote unquote my influence in Facebook, in those dementia group where I would go there and put up my stuff. And you have to find your where your audience is hanging. In our case, in dementia, it's in Facebook. So that's where I focus my stuff, here in Facebook. Okay, or here in Facebook. Same thing with our alternative careers. It's in Facebook, right? So, all right. So you got to create your group. So again, let's go back to the group. We have that group, the Alzheimer's Prime in Training and Education. We have that alternative careers group. We have the Alzheimer's Dementia Support group. We have that paid group, LZ Prime. So you need to have a group, guys. You need to have a group. Your page is not gonna help you, not unless you do a sponsored ad, okay? Sponsored ad, or you pay Facebook to promote you. But the easiest way and low cost is to create your own group or go into a group, so you could be the influencer in that specific group that you're wanting to penetrate. Okay. So again, on your networking, on your social media community, you ask questions, right? Mentoring in your group, asking the right question, giving them checklists, giving them solutions to to their situation. They're engaging not only with you but as well as with other members. I don't know if you notice, we have that in our alternative careers group. In that big group, the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group, people they are just communicating with each other. You can add team of mentors and experts, invite people to join. I don't know if you notice it, in the alternative careers group, we have mentors there, we have coaches. Same thing with the big group that I have, the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group. We have coaches there. We have a social worker, we got RNs, we got people who are actually paying us to be coaches inside that group. So same thing with our alternative careers group. We've got coaches and mentors there that are paying us to be coaches there. Did that make sense to you? Okay, is that are you realizing now how important groups are? If you think the groups are important now, type in group there on the chat box. There you go. Because you need to create a group, and then inside that group, you can monetize it. Not just you individually, but the other coaches outside. And you invite them, you pull them towards your group. You actually monetize it. There you go. So are you realizing now the Alzheimer's and Dementia Support Group, we've got different people like nurses, social worker, and they promote themselves there to be the expert in their field. Same thing with alternative careers group. So, all right. Okay, where are we at? Members post assignments. I don't know if you notice in the alternative careers group, different day have different coaches that promote their businesses or promote their coaching stuff. Same thing with Alzheimer's Dementia Support Group. Different day have different posts for different coaches like me. Okay, so you can use for additional training and content. By building a community, your members are looking to expand their online business and now have access to other entrepreneurs or other like-minded individuals from in that group. Okay, so again, last, make sure to collect email. That's what me and
go ahead.
What's that, Emma?
I was going to say, and this can even expand beyond Facebook groups. So, I mean, think of, because I know a lot of you are wanting to treat like actually maybe in a facility and do care. So think about how you could maybe work with the other therapists. Like we brought up like incontinence and pelvic floor. Like you could maybe be the dementia care expert, but you network with someone who's really good at pelvic floor, and you network with someone else who's really good at the strength training. And so you can see how you could create this network where when you go in, you do your dementia care, but then you mention, hey, I noticed that a lot of your patients have incontinence. I know a really great pelvic floor therapist. And you can do the same for, other examples. And then what they do, this is the amazing thing about the network, is then that what they do is they'll do the same thing. So the pelvic floor therapist will go into a facility, do their work, but also, if they see something that maybe be a good fit for you, they're going to mention you as well. So that's where the network and social media comes in, is it can be beyond just Facebook. This can be actually like in person, in your facilities, in your community. Like a lot of therapists partner with chiropractors. So I have a lot of therapists right now who are getting referrals and doing telehealth because certain chiropractors can't treat right now. And so they're getting that because of the network, the community. So it's so important to network in social media, but also outside of social media.
That's so true. That's so true. Speaking of networking, so I've been networking and everything, right? I forgot her name. She's going to get mad at me. Bianca. Her name is Bianca. Bianca Simmons. I don't know if you're pronouncing it right, but it's Bianca Simmons. And I met her in her group. And then guess what? She gave me some referrals in Jackson and now I'm PRN in her facility, and she's just an amazing person. So networking is the key, So she gave me, hey, Michael, I heard you got fired. Do you want to work part-time in our facility? I don't even know her. She just saw me in alternative careers group, So networking is the key,
Wow.
guys.
That's
Networking is
so
the key.
nice. Thank you,
All
Bianca.
right. I know, right? Wherever you are, Bianca. So, all right. Remember, the more access to you should translate to more dollar value to you. As the value goes up, so does the cost of service goes up. And this is where a lot of therapists are questioning ourselves. Can I charge this X amount of dollars to my patient? I'm used to charging this, I'm used to charging that. Guess what? You have a very valuable information right in your brain, and you need to charge what you are comfortable to charge with. I'm comfortable charging 150 right now, cash, and it's just amazing. I mean, that's where my comfort level is. Some of my coaches told me to raise it up to 200, but I'm not comfortable there yet. But hopefully, I will be there someday soon. If they pay me, the whole month of twice a week, I lower it down to $100, and that's good. Akil is asking, it's an hour long, 1 hour session, but this is where my question comes in. I pay my massage therapist $100 an hour. And I'm like, I'm nothing against massage therapists. They give you an awesome value. I know Barbara is a massage therapist, and some of our group of people here are massage therapists. But why would I charge down to $100 per session for a 1 hour session? Uh, I want to charge 150. So that's my comfort level. That's my comfort level. I charge 247 on the certification course. That's my comfort level there. So it just really depends. Some other CEU providers, they just charge $100 or 150. It just really depends. My comfort level, I for my CEU courses is 247 because I do it for 2 days. So just divided by two. That's my comfort level there. So it just depends upon you. But like this slide says here, the more access to you should translate to more dollar value to you. So again, as the value goes up, so does the cost of service goes up. So next slide will be network in social media. So learn how to network with other people. Okay. I don't know why is it here, but this is what I charge to dementia caregiver and patient consultation. This is online. I had a patient online from Vietnam. She thought I was Vietnamese, but they already paid me, so we talked in English. I had one in Australia because they saw me in that big group. He was a little bit cheap. He wanted discount, but he paid the full price. But I was talking to him for like 2 hours and for 2 sessions. So I gave it anyway, but it was good, good experience. I had one somewhere in London, just because of that online presence I do. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to be easy. Nothing is easy. You're going to fail. Imagine I've been doing this since 2000, 2 years ago, and it's hard. It's hard to get online clients. But if you have the proper blueprint, if you have your book, your ebook, your course, and the proper network and proper guidance, it's gonna be slightly easier if you have a blueprint that you follow. I didn't have one because I did it too, I didn't have one, but I would recommend find a mentor, find a coach who you can copy and mimic and go from there, because it's hard to do it on your own. So what I do is actually just do a Zoom session, Zoom like this, a private meeting link, and then that's it. I'm not treating the patient, but I'm talking to the caregiver and educating them. And most of the time, to tell the truth, most of the time they just want somebody to listen to. If you are doing telehealth now, type in telehealth. If you're doing telehealth now, type in telehealth. But to tell the truth, if for those people who are actually doing telehealth, most of the time when you're in that telehealth session, they just want somebody to talk to and listen to their problem. That's it. And of course, at the end, you provide a value, you provide an action plan to do, because that's what they're waiting. That's what they're waiting for, right? But for the full hour session, probably 30, 45 minutes, they're there just talking about their problems. They're there. Uh, Sydney is, I would love to do telehealth. Does that count? Yep. That's a big question there, Sydney. What is telehealth? What is telehealth? You're providing consultation online, right? It could be cash. It could be by insurance. Now it's very tricky with insurance. Some insurances pay, some don't. So I just do cash. That's why I don't get a lot. I don't get a lot. But there are a lot of therapists out there who are actually doing it now, doing cash. The DIDD company that I serve, somebody put comment there earlier, DIDD or IDD. The DIDD company I serve right now that provides therapy services, they're letting us do telehealth through the Medicaid grant. Sydney says, is your telehealth an inpatient? Yep, it's the same. It's the same. I'm providing the same. It's me, so they're paying me the same. Okay. All right. Okay. Next. All right. So letter T is team. So letter T is team. A team is a social or a smaller, more trusted scale. Okay. You can either use Zoom or Skype, have a mastermind, live events, or group coaching. Right now, this is a small team that we have. How many do we have here?
Oh,
We have
30. Yeah.
28 people who are here. So it's a small team. The Alzheimer's disease and dementia care seminar, it's a small group that we have. I think last 2 weekends ago, Carrie, I think we only have like how many? 13, 12, 13. It's a small group. Small team, right? You can do that. You can do a small group in your own group. You can do a small coaching group. Perfect example here is the 48 days coaching mastermind. This is where I came from. I came from this group, 48 days, from Dan Miller. He's that awesome coach. GT, I don't know if you know GT, Greg Todd. He has a small group of mastermind too. Kara said, yeah, we had 15. Our alternative career masterclass, I think we only have 20 people in there. Right, Emma? 20 people?
Yeah, it's about 20, I think. Yeah.
20. So in our small alternative career masterclass, we only have 20 there. So you can do that too in your own niche, in your own dementia niche. So for example, in your community, you go back again to your community, you talk to the community, hey, I'm gonna do a small quote unquote seminar about dementia, about how to take care of your dementia patient in this COVID whatever. And then you can charge them $5. They're going to pay you $5. I mean, you're a therapist. Come on now. They're going to pay you $5. And they're there. You can do this. You can do a webinar. And that's it. And then you develop your confidence. Then eventually they're going to look at you. Sydney is the expert. I think I'm going to just, once COVID is done, I think I'm going to give my I'm burping, my mom and dad to Sydney to do therapy. All right. Did that make sense? So you develop that small group there, develop that influence in your community. All right. You can do live events. You can do focus online stuff, live streams through Facebook. If you haven't been doing Facebook Live, you need to learn how to do that. Okay. You need to learn how to do that because that's the new wave of promoting yourself now. Okay. Again, attend, meeting during conferences and stuff like that. All right. Letter T, team. So here, what I did several years ago is I team up with different people, different therapists, because guess what? I didn't have the confidence before. Who here is afraid of doing this by themselves? If you are afraid, type in afraid on the chat box, because I was afraid.
That's why I have Mike.
That is what I have. I was afraid. I have what you call what do you call this, Barbara? Oh gosh, what do you call this? The I forgot. English is not my first language. Uh, the imposter
Oh,
mentality,
imposter syndrome. Yeah, imposter
imposter
mentality.
syndrome. I had that. You know what I did? I called other therapists. Hey, can we do a seminar about Alzheimer's disease and dementia care seminar? And then could you also do a CEU? And they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I hope they're not listening, right? We're gonna do it with you, Michael, because we think you're good. So we, all three of us, we did it, and we totally bombed. Oh gosh, if whoever attended this seminar in Chicago or wherever we did that, we bombed, and it was like, oh gosh, oh. But guess what? We still did it. On the first day, the Friday, I did mine, and then the second day, Joffrey did his martial arts thing, and then only I hope he's not listening. I think only Rod has been doing it for a while. He was like the expert. He was like he's like he's been talking with Summit. You know, he's like Barbara Ingram level. You know, he's just doing everything already. So he was just smooth sailing. Mine was like, oh gosh, I didn't know what I was doing. Joff was like, he didn't know what he was doing. So if you cannot do it yet on your own, partner up with other therapists. No, partner up with other therapists in your community. If you don't know how to do it yourself, look for somebody who's already doing it. You know, look for somebody who's already doing it. I don't know if you notice all the stuff that Emma and I are posting out. We're not doing it ourselves. We're asking other people to do it with us, because you cannot. No man is an island. You cannot do this on your own.
Yeah, it's
You need.
impossible to know everything, you
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
So, I mean, just like what Emma said, it's impossible to know everything. Do you think I know how to do website? No, I have Emma. I have a virtual assistant. I pay her to do it. You know, she takes care of all my podcasts. Do you think I have to know it all? No. You know, I delegate those stuff to other people that don't knows more than me. So if you're afraid and if you have that imposter syndrome, that's okay, guys, because you can do it with other people too. All right. Okay. All right. So where was I? So find people that you can team up with. So yeah. So whoever attended that seminar there, I was very sorry. So yeah, it was so. Oh gosh, to tell the truth, it was so bad. I was just like, oh gosh, I wish I could just finish this day. All right. So again, remember, remember this. This is a higher level price point, includes a deeper level of training, includes more one-on-one with your team. Again, more value to you and more clients to you, more hand holding, more price point. So when you are brainstorming or a meeting, it's already a content and can be sold as an audiobook or video course. So imagine this. When you are doing that live seminar, obviously this is what we're doing right now. Perfect example is what we're doing right now. This is a live seminar or live webinar, whatever you call it, and you record it. Okay, you record it, and then you can resell that as an audio book and actually as a video course. And that's what Summit is doing. That's what all these other CEU courses are doing. Imagine that. So here, what we did here, I wish what we did in this seminar is we recorded it. Good thing we didn't, because it was bad. But if it was a good, if I was a good presenter that time, we could have recorded it and actually resold it. You know what I mean? So you can do that too. And that is what Tipa Snow is actually doing too. I don't know if you notice, all her videos in YouTube is actually her previous talks. I don't know if you noticed that. She has her own courses that she has her PowerPoint and everything. Somebody edited. But most of her talks in YouTube are actually her lectures in some seminars that she's talked to. So she resells it. Okay, so you can do that too in your group, right? Okay. All right, so I'll move on to the next slide. So, yep, it's very overwhelming. It's a lot, right? It's a lot, but don't be overwhelmed, because you don't have to do it all in one time. Okay. You don't have to do it all in all one time. I did that. I've been doing this one step at a time. So start with letter M. Again, start with letter M. Meet a need. Find that need. Find that need. Start with the book. Start with your book. Okay. Start with your book because everything will follow. Remember, letter M is the skeletal system. Your book will be your skeletal system. Okay. And everything will follow. It will be your course. It will be your CEU course. It will be the topic that you're going to be talking with different association, different facilities in different areas. So start with your book. That is your first topic, first assignment. Start with your book because that will be your podcast, right? That will be your CEU course. That will be your whatever. So that's your starting point. Okay. So don't be overwhelmed. Okay. Don't be overwhelmed. Okay. So next will be letter O. We're almost done. Okay. Letter O is one-to-one. Okay. One-to-one or end-to-end service, meaning the whole enchilada. You do everything for your clients, right? Helping them, holding their hands, like passive range of motion, right? Teaching people how to fish, not just give them the fish. So example, obviously in our therapy field is you do the initial evaluation, you do the treatment, you do the reassessment, you do the discharge, and obviously more dollar value to you. You do it, you do everything for them. One-on-one coaching, one-on-one coaching. So the more you give, obviously the more you ask dollars. So in my case, I only charge 150, 150. That's it. But some other therapists, like in my case, uh, when they want to buy uh, the whole month, I charge them $800, $800. But that translates to twice a week. It goes down to $100. And just imagine, okay, just imagine if you're seeing 10 people of twice a week only, that's how many is that? Let me get a calculator. I'm not really good at math.
Well, that'd be
All right.
20 visits. That's 20
Okay.
visits a week.
So
That's
20 visits.
$100. That's $2,000.
That's $2,000 times 52. That's 104 already. That's that's working. That's already working as a full-time PT. $104 for 20 visits a week. Imagine that. But right now, obviously, everything is slow. But as you get better and as all this COVID thing goes down, you can start going back again, doing actually seeing patients. But you can do this online too. Obviously, it just really depends on you, whatever you want to do. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next slide. Akil, yes, I am doing home visits. He's asking, are you doing home visits? Yes, I do home visits too, but just here in the area, just here in my area. I had one client. He wanted me to go all the way down to Memphis. I said that's too far, but like 2 hours away. 2 hours away. Yes, cash visits. Cash visits. That's cash visits. Okay. Oop. All right. Repeat and recurring revenue. The last but not the least letter. Repeat or recurring revenue. Why? You need this too. You need that membership site. You have subscription sites. You got products like Loved Ones. The reason why I wanted you to also develop this is you need to have some money coming in.
Yeah. Think right now, especially like right now, a lot of therapists are suffering because their only stream was just that one-to-one visit, that one-to-one in-person visit. And a lot of people have shifted to telehealth. But we were just on our seminar with Pilates and physical therapist, Stephen Dunn. And I told him, would you continue to do what you're doing? Because right now he's creating videos and he's putting them into a membership. So now he has a membership and he only has a couple people signed up, but he only just started this membership. And it's a bit of a blessing of COVID because now he has a whole nother stream that he would have never been forced to do and never realized. And so the recurring revenue, the membership site is so valuable to make your business recession proof.
That's so true. That's so true. It's not a big money generator for me and Emma, but we have coaches who pays us monthly. They pay us monthly. The highest, it's in the public anyway. They pay us $197 a month. for those coaches. For the Alternative Career Masterclass, I think it's just $30 a month, Emma. Am I correct?
Yes, $30 a month or $300 a year. So you save $60.
Okay. So for our masterclass, it's not big, but we got 20 people there, and they pay $30 a month or $300 a year, and there's a repeat or recurring revenue. And then in the membership site that we have, remember the ALZ Prime, we have 107 people there, and they pay $4.99. So uh that's roughly how much?
Like
$500
$500 plus or minus.
It's still $500 for me.
Yeah,
It helps.
and that's a month.
That's a month.
Yep.
So, but I don't get the whole, because I still cut that. We divide that with the other administrator, but still we got money coming in. And there, Cindy is part of our masterclass, by the way, more than I'm making now from PT. So there you go. Thank you very much, Cindy. What else? Let me show it to you. Oh, let me stop the share. This company here sends me a box. They're supposed to send me a box every month, but they haven't been sending because of all the COVID. But it's a box called Love One, and basically the caregivers pay loved ones, and then loved ones sends the box to the patient, to the client. So inside the box has different stuff like coloring books, like what else?
Like crosswords,
crossword puzzle, something, something that they enjoy. And it's a big box. Imagine that. And it's like, I think $30 a month, and they send it to the patient, and it's amazing. There's nothing inside, right now. So that's awesome. If they can do it, you can do it too. You provide that to your community. So you just tell them, hey, I'm a physical or occupational therapist in the area. I want to send boxes to your mom and your dad, and then you can do it. You can get a box. It doesn't have to be a box like that. The box that we have, let me show it to you. I'm wearing shorts, so I'm wearing shorts.
At least you're wearing shorts.
I know, right?
Okay, well, while Mike is doing that, oh my goodness, here. Okay, we'll take a look at this box. And then why don't we, for fun, because you all, I know you're getting tired and we are past our time. We're going to keep going all the way to the end, but I know some people have to hop off. So once Mike's done sharing the box, I'm going to give you guys all a really cool coupon, and then we're going to pick a winner.
Woohoo! See, this box here, I send this box to my ADDC seminar, the Certified Dementia Practitioner group, or I send this box. It doesn't have to be a printed box. You can do this to your community, right? To your community. All right. I'm almost done, Emma.
Okay. Awesome. Should I do the prize now, or what do you think?
Or
do you have,
let me just show this to the
Yeah.
That's the loved ones thing. If they can do it, you can do it too. Repeat and recurring revenue. You can sell stuff on your website. We have that on our website. And then just to recap, meet a need on the mentor, meet a need, educate, network, team of winners, one-to-one, and repeat or recurring revenue. And I know it's just overwhelming, but you can start with letter M. Okay, you can start with letter M. Okay.
Awesome.
I guess that's it, Emma. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Experts
good.
Academy. All right, there you go.
Don't worry.
All right,
guys.
Okay.
So for everyone on here, if you don't win a prize, we still really appreciate you coming on, and you can use the code TELE. Oops, I misspelled it. It's TLE. Use the code TELE to get $20 off of the CU course that we have with Asha Gobandi, who is the creator of Therex Portal, which is a telehealth portal, and she may be giving some more discounts to her telehealth platform within the CU course. But that course is $50, but that code TELE will give you $20 off. So it's only $30 for a 4-hour CU course. And now we're going to choose a winner to get the CU course for free. So I'm going to close my eyes here. I'm just going to go through the chat. So Mike, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Shilpa, Shilpa wins the CU course.
Woo-hoo!
So Shilpa, if you could email me at alternativehealthcarecareers@gmail.com, that your, just your name, and that way I'll get your info, and I will register you for that CU course. So Shilpa, contact me later. Awesome.
Congratulations, Shelpa.
Yes. And
Is
then
it Shelpa?
everyone, you get that code, and we may be doing more prizes on these other talks. So if you want more CU courses for free, you show up to the other seminars coming up.
Awesome.
But why don't we go to some Q&A now?
Well, while you're doing the Q&A, Emma, yeah. I'm just going to do a shameless plug, right?
Okay, go for it.
All right. For those people who wants to be a coach or moderator in the Alzheimer's and Dementia support group, remember, like what I said, you cannot, you can create your own group, but if you want to be a moderator of that big group that we have, it's just $47 a month if you want to develop that presence. But one of the qualifications, let me go back down, is that you need to be either a PAC trainer or a CDP or a CPI trainer, because that's, you need to be at least a trainer in order for you to be a coach or moderator in that group. So why become a dementia coach or moderator? You get to be one of the few who can post promotional posts or coaching program once a week. Plus, you will be able to highlight a coaching program to the 30K plus member in that Alzheimer's and Dementia support group. So basically, you become an instant influencer there. If you want to be, just talk to me, and you can do that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and start, your own group. It's already there. And let me show you, the group. This is the group, 31,000 member. You become there, you're there. And then you can add, delete. If somebody's actually trying to be a bad person or whatever, you can delete them or whatever. But it's already an instant community to serve. It's already an instant community to serve. Because imagine here, so just imagine this one. No, this is impromptu. Jesse Calderon is asking there, well, I broke down and paid $60 for this hemp. I mean, you're there, you just serve them there. Is it really a good way to treat patients or whatever, or to treat with CBD? And here, Brandy's asking, why does he have to be so mean and hurtful? So a lot of people will answer there, yes, it's part of the disease, et cetera, et cetera. And then, boom, you can answer back and comment, and then be actually the voice there. And then, you can answer and talk to them about different stuff. And then you can do Facebook Live. You can be like this guy here. He's the Alzheimer's inspiration. He does a Facebook Live there. And then stuff like that. So if you want to, there's an option here that you can be a dementia coach and moderator. But like what I said, one of the qualification is actually you need to be a CDP or a PAC trainer or a CPI trainer, or trained with regards to dementia. Okay, so that's my whatever you call that.
And your website, if people wanted to get certified, Mike, it's Dr. Mike Chua /ADDC, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Or you can go through our website, Alternative Career.
Healthcare Careers.
Gosh, alternativehealthcarecareer.com.
Exactly. If anyone has any questions, you can email us at alternativehealthcarecareers@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. And if you're interested in any of our programs, you can let us know. But if anyone has any questions, we'd like to open it up for questions. And while we're waiting for people to type in questions, let me go back up to the question we had earlier, which was how to sort of assess the needs before you're starting a business. So we're going to answer that question now, but if you have any questions, put them in the chat there and we'll get to it in just a minute. So I think before you're wanting to start a business, whatever sort of business it is, it's a really good question. You need to make sure that there is a need, because you don't want to waste your time. I mean, you may be very passionate about a subject, but is that one subject big enough for you to earn an income, for you to have value in what you do? Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on. And so for that, one of the biggest things is actually to start asking questions directly to the people that you think you would be serving. I think that's the best needs assessment is, go on Facebook, post on your profile, post in the various groups that you may be serving. Like, for example, Mike's group, that would be a good group to go in if I wanted to do dementia, coaching or training, and ask the questions that you want to solve. And ask them, it can even be open-ended too. Like, hey, what are you really frustrated with, like at home? What do you want to learn from an exercise standpoint? You can have it be specific or open-ended like that. See what people respond. And that's going to really help know, is your idea an appropriate idea? What are some of your other ideas about that, Mike?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What was that again?
Just what else would you do to assess needs?
Okay. I guess the question again is find the problem.
Yeah.
You find the problem and get the solution to it. Simple as that. If my problem was that the patient's problem is that they don't know what dementia is. I was like, what is dementia, Michael? What's Alzheimer's and dementia? Alzheimer's and dementia. And what I did, okay, let me just do a quick book about it. I recorded myself in my phone, and then boom, I got that book. Another thing that you can do when you want to write your book is have somebody write it for you. Okay, have somebody write it for you. So if you find the problem, find a solution to it. Find the problem and find that solution to it. So what kind of problem are you looking at? Are you looking at the dementia? Are you looking at, are you wanting to do Part B, Medicare Part B? Are you wanting to do Medicare Part A, or providing that services for home health or Medicaid or whatever? So just find that problem and find a solution to it. Google is our friend. Google is our friend. Everything is in Google.
And speaking of Google too, Google is so smart. You can use the algorithm to actually answer some of your questions. So if you go to Google and say, I don't know, what's a question like running, and you really want to talk about how to improve someone's running endurance, go to Google and type in, how do I improve running endurance? But as you type it, see what comes out underneath. What is Google trying to auto-populate? And that's actually what people are searching the most for. So those questions right there, you automatically know that that's validation. Those are what millions and billions of people in the world are searching for. Same with Amazon. Start typing into Amazon. Same with YouTube. Start typing into YouTube, and you'll see the auto-population. And those are actually what people are really interested in and really searching for. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Any other questions? And unfortunately, we didn't get to talk specifically about treating patients remotely, but I think this talk was still really helpful for people to understand that there's so many opportunities remotely that you can do around serving your patient, but it doesn't have to be directly serving your patient. You don't have to trade time for money in the methods that Mike talked about. And in the telecourse, we'll be diving a little bit more into actually treating patients. But if you did want to start really, really quickly, I can try to run through sort of like the setups if you guys would want to, if you wanted to treat someone virtually. Like Mike said, if you're just doing cash base, you actually don't need to have a HIPAA compliant platform. Because it's all cash. You're not actually through insurance. Now, it is best to have a HIPAA compliant platform just for so many rules and regulations, peace of mind, but you actually don't need that. And so a lot of people use Zoom, and you can use the Zoom meetings, And I'll actually be doing a webinar as part of the summit that walks through how to use Zoom and how to use breakout rooms and all sorts of neat things in Zoom. But you can use Zoom. Some people are using other platforms like Google Hangouts, and doing that. I wouldn't recommend that. I like Zoom because Zoom is encrypted, and you do have a lot of like registration features and a lot of really nice features. But there are telehealth platforms then. So TheraX Portal is just $15 a month, and you can have a telehealth secured platform. PracticeBetter.io, I think, is maybe $40. That's got a bunch of stuff that's more nutrition related. So if you're a health coach, that's a great platform. And really, once you have the platform set up, it's just your website, a link to a scheduling, and then what you have to do then, it's less about the setup. Everyone is so focused on the setup, but it's more about finding clients and finding patients. And so that's where Mike's topics come in, where getting the website set up so that you can have authority on Google, getting your videos, getting your podcast so that you're really visible on so many forefronts, so that when people search you, well, you've got to be amazing because you have a podcast, a book, a website, YouTube channel, and they see that, and all those things reaffirm your authority. So that's a really quick, in a nutshell, how to start your telehealth practice.
Awesome. Well, Sydney here is asking, do you have any resources and rules and regulations of HIPAA in private practice? Are you talking about the telehealth, Sydney? If yes, the TheraX portal, I think, is a good software or platform that you can use. Yeah. Okay. So for telehealth, I would just use TheraX portal because she has everything there. The patient can sign there and everything. In my case, because I'm just talking to the caregiver, so I don't have to do anything about that. And that's the easiest way for me to make cash. During that time when I was starting this like a year ago, and I said, I don't want to deal with HIPAA. I don't want to deal with, because there's no platform a year ago for this. I mean, there was Doxy.me and there was Blue Jay. I used to be a regional manager for them, but I never really needed it. Blue Jay is another telehealth platform, by the way, but I never really needed it because I was treating quote unquote dementia population. So I don't need the home exercise program. I don't need the range of motion AI. All I need was a platform for me to be able to talk to the caregivers. That's why I've been using Zoom, which is just, this is it, just the Zoom thing. But now that everything is changing, insurance are wanting to pay. Medicare is trying to figure this out if they will pay or not. So I would say TheraX portal would be good because we know the owner, the CEO, Asha Gumadi. We partner up with her, and she's going to do her CEU course, I think, next week. Am I correct,
on the
Emma?
11th, yeah.
The 11th.
It's a really reasonably priced platform.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Zoom's HIPAA platform is $200 a month. That's way too much to be paying. We love Zoom, and you get a lot of extra integrations for that, but that's just way too much.
Yeah.
You want to have a system that's just reasonable, because as you start, money can be tight. And so, that's sort of why TheraX portal is nice.
That's the same reason why I never went to other telehealth platform, because it's so expensive. But TheraX is just like what Emma said. It's like $14 something, and she's giving out for the next some deal, and it's so amazing. The system is good. It's not perfect, to tell the truth. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing for $15. I pay my EMR 45 for the EMR and 50 for the billing, and another 5% for to collect.
Yeah.
Her TheraX portal is just $15. Grab it while it's affordable right now. You know what I mean?
And I don't know, if enough people comment and if enough people commit to telehealth, maybe we can even negotiate something special from Asha.
Yeah.
She's very kind and amenable.
Akil is asking which EMR I'm using. Hello Note, It's also not a perfect software. It's obviously not WebPT. It's not the best EMR, but that's what I can afford. You know, I mean, you have to work with what you have, you know. I mean, like what I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Our Zoom platform, we get this with a discounted rate. The reason why we can do a webinar, because we have a discounted rate, and uh, and we that's the reason why we have a webinar. If you're gonna do if you're gonna buy the Zoom webinar platform, I think, how much is it, Emma? It's gonna be like
Normal
$200 to you.
price? Yeah, I think it's normally like $200.
$200 too.
I think so. A month.
But because we have this special partnership, or partnering up or teaming up with other companies, and we got a special discount for our Zoom webinar. So Sydney said she did her demo with Hello Note. Yep, Steve is awesome. You know, Steve is awesome. Just tell him give you a discount. He'll give you one. So, but he's awesome. Whoever you did he's also the CEO of Hello Note. So, all right. Yep. See, Kasamba is awesome, and also Optima. But let's face it, we're not big $1 million companies. We're just single, dual. I have like 3 PTAs and another PT that works for me. That's it. That's my team. I'm not a big company. I can't afford Kasamba. I can't afford even WebPT. I can't even afford WebPT now. WebPT is how much? It's like, I think 140 or 180 a month. And, I guess when I become big, but right now, all I can afford is a $45 EMR and the $50 for the billing, and that's it. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Any more questions? Oh, Akil is asking, can the PTA do home visits if you do eval? That's a great question, Akil. Are you a PTA? First of all, okay, there you go. For cash base, yes. If it's wellness, okay, if it's wellness. So why, if you are a DPTR, OTR, so if it's a wellness, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's if it's obviously skilled, and then the patient wants to have that visit, or that whatever you call that pay, be reimbursed by her insurance, his or her insurance, obviously you can't do it if it's skilled. And obviously it's still covered by your state law. But if it's a wellness, quote unquote wellness, that's okay. The PTA that sent me the check earlier, that's wellness. So we just make it a point, it's a wellness visit. So he basically takes care of those patients that have been discharged from home health, and he's just seeing them wellness. And we just make it a point that we tell the patient, hey, it is a wellness visit. It's not skilled. There's nothing skilled on it, and Medicare will not pay it, and it's just cash. So let me show you my website wherein we do.
Yeah, and thank you. While Mike's doing that, thank you so much, everyone, for coming on. I mean, we had a lot of people stay the whole time. A lot of you stayed the whole time, so we really appreciate that, because we're doing this summit for you. I was inspired by COVID and just wanted to share all the brilliant things that you can do as therapists beyond just traditional, because we have to be recession proof. And so hopefully you're enjoying the summit, and there's so many more talks to come. We've done it on Pilates. We've done a home health agency. Autonomy is talking. Let's see, personal training is coming up. Sort of like mobile PT is coming up. We've got so many things. And then I'll be walking through more of the back end of how to use Zoom in one of these lessons as well. So that if you did want to get started doing like Facebook live streams and setting up your webinars and your sort of funnel, check out that talk too. I think I'll be doing that next Monday, actually.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Emma, for doing this. If you think Emma's doing a good job, could you please thank Emma for doing this? Comment down. Thank you, Emma. on the chat
Oh,
room. There
thank
you
you
go.
guys. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Emma, for doing this. All right, so let me just answer what Akil was asking here. Oh gosh, he is a DPT and OTR. Gosh, gosh, he's got everything, right? So this is the quote unquote website that I have for our cash base. So Premier Physical Therapy and Wellness of West Tennessee. So learn more about your therapist, Mike and Blake. So it's a personalized PT and wellness. Okay, wellness. That's the word there, in the comfort of your home, office, gym, or in our clinic. Okay, so this is our services that we provide, fall prevention, the usual PT stuff, reconditioning, incontinence, and everything like that. Obviously, I try to squeeze in my Alzheimer's stuff. So that's our website. But basically, this is for me and my assistant in his area. Okay, so that's me, that's him there. He's a PTA. And this is what I asked him to get, this SFS, Senior Fitness Specialist. Senior Fitness Specialist, because that is a personal training thing. So if somebody asks us, hey, what is his qualification to provide wellness? He's a senior physical therapist, senior fitness specialist as a personal trainer. Okay. So that's what we do. So well, let me show you the thing there. So basically I do the initial evaluation, right? How Premier PT and Wellness, where I do the initial evaluation. Blake does the wellness or maintenance visit, and then 3 is get better and return to active lifestyle, and then boom, he goes there. He charges 150. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He charges $100. He gets 80, and I get 20. Okay. Technically, he needs to charge 150, but he's not comfortable charging 150, so he's just charging $100. And then 80 on him, and then 20 to me, because he's working quote unquote under me, under my company and stuff like that. So imagine that he's earning $80 as a PTA or as a personal trainer or a senior fitness specialist. So if he can do it, you can do it too. If you are a PT or an OT right now watching, if this PTA can do it, you can do it too. Okay. We're not discharging the patient, Akil. We're not discharging the patient. We're keeping them for wellness. Okay. We're not discharging the patient. You want to continue them. Okay. I've discharged my patient from part B. Okay. Obviously, I've discharged them from part B, but I'm keeping them under wellness. So I'm seeing them still twice a week, continuing. Blake is in a different area, this PTA. He lives in Dyersburg. He's like an hour away from me. And let me look for his address there. That's him. He lives in Dyersburg. And he was my PTA in the home health agency I worked for before. And he's just a good guy. And, he just sees patients for me there. So he treats patient in this area, Dyer, Crockett, and Lauderdale for that. So for our wellness thing. So, okay. That makes sense. If that makes sense, comment makes sense. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. I know Emma's tired. Let's let her take care.
Awesome.
All right,
Okay,
so
everyone.
all right,
But
and
we are
then
going to let y'all go get some dinner, get some rest. But we really appreciate you coming on. Hopefully you learned a ton. And we will see you in the next remote therapy summit. And thank you so much. And I will see you later.
I will see you around. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. And before Emma goes, I would like to remind everyone the word FAST, FAST. First is letter F, find friends that will push you to your next level, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. If you want to hang out with me and Emma more, come and join our Alternative Careers group, all right? Next letter A, you got to learn how to take action. All this stuff here, right now, it's free. Obviously, when you watch the recording or whatever, I think Emma's going to charge something, but take action, guys. Take action. You got to take action. Letter S is shoot for the moon, because when you shoot for the moon, you're going to eventually miss it. You're going to be landing with the stars. You're going to fail. 10 people who are still watching, you're going to fail. I tell you now, but don't stop. Don't stop. It's not how many times you've failed. It's how many times you get up and do this all over again. I've failed. I've been rejected several times. I've been fired several times, but you just have to keep going, guys. All right, keep going. Imagine that. Earlier, we got 30 people watching. I don't stop. Keep going. Last but not the least, letter T, teach it. Letter T, teach it. That's what Emma's doing. She's teaching us. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. So teach it. Teach what you've learned today to other people. All right. You have a great day. God bless you. Thank you, Emma.
Have a good night, guys.
You have a good
And
night.
we'll
I'm going
see
to
you
click
in the
in.
next summit session. Bye-bye.
Go Summit. Go Remote Therapy Summit. Bye-bye.